matches, and let's focus with our split screen view here on the two games at hand. James, this is the semifinals, and the winners of these two matchups will go on to play each other in the grand final.
Amazing. First 2.5 will win, so you want to bring your best here. And as we see on both sides, definitely everything's very even in both games. It's like a Sicilian with Zoo and Bibisar. Bishop e5 type of check with sort of the mix of the c3 Sicilian in it. So a little bit different theory out of the norm, more positional rather than tactical.
Yeah, I'm looking at the game between Eline and Anna on the right side of the screen. Looks like there are at least more pieces on the board in that one, so a little bit more action. I do really like the position for white, and it's based really on these two bishops for Muzychuk. I don't really like the bishop on g7 hitting the pawn on e5, and it feels as though after the move a5, we have a couple of options for white. We can play queen to b3 and look to maybe capture back on b4 with the pawn, or we can play for b5 and look to gain space on the queen side.
And it definitely happened, b5, but now the knight rerouting to b8 and then to d7 over to c5. Nice development with bishop c4, queen b3, and a bishop a3 could be very annoying to Anna's position.
Yeah, knight to h5 into f4 in that game on the right side of the screen makes perfect sense. The move e5 in the center of the board for Muzychuk looks like the tempting move to make, but not the decision, as instead e takes d5, and that was not the correct move.
And now cd, so do we have a c4? I'm always a fan of making moves like that. c4 was defense to d5 pawn. Could be a b5 there. Stuff can get very spicy. c4, b5, b3, take, d3. Like, what on earth is happening? Lock can happen there very quickly. I think this game is about to heat up depending on what happens.
Yeah, early on it seems like Asabayeva has a very good game with the black pieces here. Muzychuk with that e takes d5 move, not the most ambitious. Meanwhile, Eline has a great position, I would say, getting towards a potential advantage, meaningful advantage in that one. Rook a to d1, bringing the rook into the middle of the board is an obvious next move. And now the question is just whether Anna Muzychuk can defend and control that c5 square successfully. Meanwhile, Eline is moving the pieces over. We'll probably see the knight on f3 retreat to d2, and then on f1 make its way to d5.
Very nice. Vicious in Blitz as well. Looks like first game is going to be hers likely. And then it's still a 4-game match though. Stuff is turning around in Anna's game.
Yeah, looking at the position with Muzychuk, and it's developing the way that you would kind of want with black. You've traded dark square bishops. The knights, I'm expecting to perform very well here. In a blitz game especially, look for those knights to come alive for Anna Muzychuk. Even though the engine's preferring white, I really feel that this is a type of position that will flip in black's favor very quickly just due to the pawn on f3, those weak dark squares. You're going to need to see Eline play some high quality moves to not let those knights just jump around everywhere.
They are jumping pieces. f4 seems really strong. I do like the f4 move. My idea is to go f5 too. But there's some queen c5s in there that I'm not a fan of. Don't really want to trade queens too much. And she trades white. Take. Take the pawn. Gotta pass her. Pass the d5. Push. Bishop c4 really
yeah,
strong.
the pawn going to the d file is pretty significant. Very helpful for white. The knight on c6 is extremely strong.
Push. You could take. Could go 97. I could get out of the way. What does she want? 97. Then push like it. Knight f5. There it is on the board. Ooh, that was good.
Still dominance for Bibisara. I'm not sure about all the tactics in this game after bishop b5, and knight d6 is absolutely the move, undermining the e7 knight. And are we seeing? I think
Whoa!
Asabaeva.
She
She did just hang a rook.